Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 5th of May 2023. Let's start with our session. Which institution released a report on contribution of terrestrial animal source food to the healthy diets? So the Food and Agriculture Organization recently released a report titled as Contribution of Terrestrial Animal Source Food to the Healthy Diets. Why? For improved nutrition and the health outcomes. Okay. And according to this report, animal food products like meat, egg, milk can help in achieving the global nutrition targets. Fine. So what's inside the report is not at all relevant. Only thing you have to remember is this is the report from the Food and Agriculture Organization. Now let's talk about the ranking of India in different indices for the year 2023. First of all, there is this World Happiness Report 2023. In this, India has been ranked at 126th position, and last year this ranking was 136. So basically we have improved. And for the 6th consecutive year, Finland is recognized as the happiest country in the world. That means this index has been topped by the Finland country. Now next ranking is the Henley Passport Index 2023. So in the list of the world's most powerful passport, India has secured a position of 84, and the Indian citizens get the visa-free access to 59 countries worldwide. Okay, so India's rank in this Henley Passport Index is 84. Now one last is the Global Terrorism Index 2023, and in this India has been ranked at 13th position. Means India is the 13th country that is impacted most by the terrorism. Okay, which country was at the top? So Afghanistan stands at first position in this index. Fine. So these are the few important reports and indices that are quite relevant. Next question is, what is the target growth of medical devices industry by 2030 as per the National Medical Devices Policy 2023? So National Medical Devices Policy 2023 was recently approved by the Union Cabinet, and the medical devices sector in India is a sunrise sector which is growing at a fast pace currently. So now this policy is expected to help the medical devices industry grow from present $11 billion to $50 billion by 2030. Okay. And also it aims to rise India's share to 10 to 12% in the global market over the next 25 years. Fine. So here correct answer would be $50 billion by 2030. Now which institution prepares the National Health Account Estimates for India? This is the National Health System Resource Center, right? And currently its 7th edition has been released. Also, can you tell me the Big Catch Up initiative is launched by which particular institution or organization? So this is launched by the World Health Organization as a part of World Immunization Week, and it is working to restore the progress made in the immunization coverage that was lost due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Fine. So it is associated with the World Health Organization. And what was the venue for Advantage Healthcare India 2023 conference? This was New Delhi, right? And what is the share of out-of-pocket expenditure in total health expenditure as per the recently released NHA estimate? So this value is 47.1%. Basically, it has declined from 62.6% to now 47.1%, and it shows the progress towards universal health coverage in India. Fine. Next question is, as of 2023, what is the interest rate on deposits made under Mahila Samman Saving Certificate account? So Union Budget announced the Mahila Samman Savings Certificate, which is a new small savings scheme for women, and it was launched for investment from 1st of April 2023. Okay, and the interest rate on the deposits made under this program is 7.5% per year. So Union Minister Smriti Irani opened the Mahila Samman Savings Certificate account recently. Fine. So what is the interest rate on the deposits made under the Mahila Samman Saving Certificate account? Answer would be 7.5%. Now, a few days back, we have talked about Mehengai Rahat Camp, right? And this camp was inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Mr. Ashok Gehlot, at Mahapura village. Okay, so it will continue till 30th of June this year, and aim of the program is to provide relief to the general public and the deprived sections from rising prices and inflation. So you can be asked that Mehengai Rahat Camp is associated with which particular state? Answer would be Rajasthan. Also, what is the inflation rate based on the wholesale price index as recorded in the month of April? So inflation has increased to a record high of 15.08% in the month of April because of rise in the prices of vegetable, fruits, milk, manufacturing, fuel and power, right? Next is mid-infrared instruments, that is MIRI, medium resolution spectroscopy, is associated with which particular space agency? Basically a mode of the mid-infrared instruments medium, that is MIRI, medium resolution spectroscopy, faced some glitches recently, and this instrument, which is a part of NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, observes light in the mid-infrared region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Fine. So this particular spectroscopy is associated with NASA. Now if we talk about few important space related current affairs, so astronaut Christina Hammock Koch has been announced as the first woman to circle the moon, right? And NASA has declared that she will be the mission specialist when 4 humans board the Orion spacecraft for a trip around the moon, right? And NASA is also important because of NISAR mission. What is the full form? NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Mission. It is a collaborative project between NASA and ISRO, and aim is to build and launch an Earth observation satellite equipped with a dual frequency synthetic aperture radar. Fine. Now can you tell me what is SOFIA? So for the first time, oxygen 18 has been discovered in the Earth's mesosphere and lower thermosphere using the data collected by the GREAT instrument on NASA's SOFIA. The full form of SOFIA is Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy. Fine. So this is the first time that heavy oxygen has been detected outside a laboratory. That's why it is important. Fine. So SOFIA also belongs to NASA. Next question is, legal debt ceiling is associated with which particular country? So US legal debt ceiling, which is also known as the borrowing limit, is the legislative limit on the amount of national debt that the US Treasury can incur. And recently it was raised after the US House passed a legislation to increase it by $1.5 trillion in exchange for spending the restriction. Fine. So only thing you have to remember is legal debt ceiling is related to the country USA. Which country has recorded an increase in the cases of Klebsiella pneumonia bacteria? Actually, this is a gram-negative lactose fermenting bacteria that is capable of causing destruction to the human and animal lungs. And there has been an increase in the number of cases of individuals who are infected with this particular pneumonia in Seattle in the country US. Okay, so your correct answer would be US. Now, who has been recently appointed as the new president of the country? Bangladesh? This is very important question, and here correct answer would be Muhammad Shahabuddin. Right? He is the new president of the country Bangladesh. And which is the 31st country to join NATO? This is Finland. Right? Both the questions are very, very important. Next is, which country has developed T-14 Armata battle tank? So this is developed by the country Russia, and recently it has been deployed to fire on Ukrainian positions. So this T-14 battle tank was first unveiled in 2015, and it has unmanned turret and its crews can remotely control the armament. So tanks have a maximum speed on the highway of 80 kilometers per hour. Fine. So which country has developed these tanks? Answer would be Russia. And also Russia is using currently the guided bombs on the country Ukraine. Fine. What was Operation Interflex? Because it is associated with the country Ukraine. Operation Interflex involves UK and several other countries training nearly 2,000 Ukrainian military recruits for 5 weeks. Okay, and it was decided in the month of June last year, means in 2022. So this is a collaborative effort between Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Norway, Denmark, UK, etc. Fine. So you can be asked that Operation Interflex is associated with which particular country? So answer would be Ukraine. Also, Poland announced the delivery of 4 MiG-29 fighter jets to Ukraine, and it makes the Poland first North Atlantic Treaty Organization, means NATO country, to do so. And this move is seen as a significant step towards military backing for Ukraine in its ongoing conflict with Russia, right? Next is, Princess of Asturias Award is a famous prize conferred in which particular country? So this award is one of the 8 prizes conferred by the foundation named for Spanish Crown Princess Leonor to recognize the achievements in the fields of arts, science, and other areas. So this award was bestowed recently to American actress Meryl Streep for her performance in a career spanning over 50 years. Fine. So this award is a famous prize conferred in Spain country. Now if we talk about few more important awards and honors, recently Neeli Bendapudi has received the Immigrant Achievement Award 2023. Okay. Then Russian poet Maria Stepanova has won the Leipzig Book Prize for 2023. Also, 3 imprisoned Iranian female journalists has won the top United Nations prize. What are their names? Their names are important. First is Nilufar Hamedi. Then second is Ilahi Mohammadi. And the third name is Nargis Mohammadi. Okay. So these 3 female journalists have won the top United Nations prize. Next is, which country is supplying Mi-17 helicopter engines and auxiliary spare parts to the country Pakistan? So Ukraine is launching the process of supplying the Mi-17 helicopter engines and auxiliary spare parts to Pakistan military, and Mi-17 is a Soviet designed military helicopter used for carrying the personnel, cargo and equipment. So Pakistan will export 3 consignments of 155 mm artillery ammunition rounds over the next 3 months to the country Ukraine. Fine. So this is Ukraine. And now the last question is, which state launched the statewide attention on grievances by Application of Technology, that is SWAGAT initiative? So this initiative was launched by the Gujarat government in 2003, and it has total 4 components. First is the state SWAGAT, second is district SWAGAT, third is Taluka SWAGAT, and fourth is the Gram SWAGAT. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the 20th anniversary of this initiative. That's why it was in news. So here correct answer would be Gujarat. And two things can be asked from this question. SWAGAT is associated with which state? So answer would be Gujarat. And you can also be asked about the full form of SWAGAT. Now, if we talk about some state-related current affairs. So recently, Maharashtra government has announced a 4% reservation for Divyang employees in promotion. Fine. Then, Northeastern's largest multipurpose indoor stadium is now being built in Shillong in the state of Meghalaya. Okay. Also recently, Thave festival was in news and it belongs to Bihar state. This is a festival from Bihar. And the Kambam grapes got the GI tag recently and it belonged to Tamil Nadu. Also, Kerala has adopted a water budget to tackle the problem of summer water shortage. Okay. So these are the few important state-related current affairs. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with our revision session in which we are doing the current affairs revision for the month of March. And this is part 13 in this series. So today we'll be doing the questions from 181 up to 195. Let's start. LV-M3 is the largest rocket of which particular country? So Launch Vehicle Mark III, previously referred as the GSLV Mark III. It is the 3-stage medium lift launch vehicle that has been developed by ISRO. Okay, so your answer would be India. Babesiosis, a tick-borne disease, is on the rise in which particular country? So this is a deadly disease which is caused by microscopic parasites that infect the red blood cells. And recently it has been reported that this disease is becoming common in the country US. Which country has unveiled the plan for free and open Indo-Pacific? Answer would be Japan. Japan has the plan for free and open Indo-Pacific. And who's the current Prime Minister of Japan? Fumio Kishida. India adopted the Biratnagar Declaration along with which country? Answer is Nepal. So Nepal-India Literature Festival was jointly organized by Biratnagar Metropolitan City and it concluded with the adoption of 10-point Biratnagar Declaration that highlights the mutual promotion of literature between Nepal and India. Asia's largest tulip garden opens for public in which state or the union territory? So it lies in Jammu and Kashmir and recently it has been opened for the public. Who is the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir? Mr. Manoj Sinha. Emaar, the first overseas company to invest in Kashmir, is based in which particular country? So Dubai-based Emaar becomes the first overseas company to invest in Kashmir. And this is the first significant foreign direct investment in Jammu and Kashmir. India signed a memorandum of understanding with which institution during Global Millet Conference? Answer would be World Food Programme. And this would be effective from 2023 to 2027. Accelerating the change to solve the water and sanitation crisis is the theme of which particular day? This is the theme for this year's World Water Day, which is observed every year on 22nd of March. Persian New Year, that is celebrated based on the Iranian solar Hijri calendar, is also called as. It is also called as Nowruz. It is the Persian New Year that is celebrated based on the Iranian solar Hijri calendar and it marks the beginning of spring in the southern hemisphere. What is the theme of the World Happiness Day 2023? First of all, we celebrate this day on 20th of March every year and this year the theme is be mindful, be grateful, be kind. Okay. Next is, what is the rank of India in the World Happiness Index 2023? Just we have talked about it. India's rank in this index is 126 and the first was Finland, second was Denmark and the third was Iceland. Which country has introduced a new emergency alert service for its citizen? This is UK. And this service will be a part to test a new public warning system over life-threatening event like severe weather event. Euplos dignitas, which was seen in the news recently, belongs to which species? This is a newly discovered species of spider. Who is the founder of Arya Samaj in India? Answer would be Dayanand Saraswati. And why this question is here? Because it was his 200th birth anniversary. The Godsam Kora festival is popularly known as the Friendship Festival between India and which other country? This is a popular friendship festival between India and Bhutan, and recently it was celebrated in a village in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Fine. So these are the next 15 questions from the month of March, and tomorrow we'll be continuing it from here. That means we'll cover the question from 196 up to 210. So just 3 sessions are left to complete the March current affairs, and after that we'll come to the month of April. Fine. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.